Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. And brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com and be sure to get a Be Kind t-shirt at thebullyexposed.com. Yes, Be Kind Teacher, get your Be Kind t-shirt. These are the newer ones that we have. I know yesterday I showed an older version of the shirt, but here is a newer version. Konnichiwa, Yamada, and Reiko-chan. Reiko-chan. Thank you for coming on the show. I hope Tully is going to be able to come on. Let me send him. Oh yeah, I did. I sent him once, and let me send it again. Hopefully Tully could come on. So, does your girlfriend have another question? She has very good questions. Any questions about America that she wants to ask, I'm willing to try and answer. Yeah, I hope they come. Let me send another one to Blue. Time to get hyped. So, does she have another question? Oh, you know what? I better plug in my phone or I won't. I better plug in. Otherwise, I won't be able to finish this show. She asked why my boyfriend is handsome. I don't know. That's a very good question. I don't know why your boyfriend's handsome. That's very funny. Everybody, what's wrong? Oh, I lost the sound. There we go. So, yeah, any questions she wants to ask, she should ask. Because it's really funny, because when I go to Japan and hang out with my friends, I always meet new Japanese people and they always have tons of questions for me about America. So I don't mind asking them. Here's her question. How do we prevent getting robbed in America because we got robbed before? Oh, did you take your girlfriend when you were in America? Very good question. Vicky Ben 22, thank you for joining the show. Where are you from, Vicky? Okay, so how to prevent from getting robbed when you're in America? One way is don't look like a tourist. I know that's very hard, but that goes for anywhere. If you look like a tourist, people are going to try and rob you. It's as simple as that. And that goes for anywhere in the world, not just New York. How else is don't show a lot of money. If you can, if you're staying in a hotel that has a safe and you got, let's just say, just to keep things simple, you have $500, take only $50 with you. Now, if you are robbed, they only took $50. That's one way that I do that. Even when I go to New York, that's what I do to keep myself from being robbed. Even when I go, it's like don't carry your money, don't show a lot of your money. Know where you're going. Map out everything before you start to head out. So you know exactly where you're going, where you're going to be. Because if you start to look lost, and there's Tully. Thank you, Tully, for joining us. I guess Blue must have went to sleep because it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and I don't think he had any sleep. So it was late where he was on the East Coast. We lost 120. Thank God we have left 1,200 left. Okay. Yeah. Those are the things that I would do. Let me go through those again and make sure I said them all. Don't carry a lot of money with you. Don't flash a lot of money with you. Don't flash like you have a lot of money. If don't talk on your phone and walk. Don't look down on your phone and walk. I don't think you should do that because somebody will. I saw somebody while he was on his phone had the phone taken from him. How's that? He was on the phone and somebody took the phone from him. Well, it was a group of people. They distracted him and then they took his phone, like shouting, "We're at the train." Let me see. She asked you how to prevent locals attacking us verbally and racially. Yeah, that's going to be tough. That's something I can't tell you how to prevent, unfortunately. Because like I said, we have ignorant people in America. There's a lot of ignorant people that they buy into this notion that if someone is different, then they're bad. Because truth be told, that is the narrative that America, unfortunately, likes to impose on people. Believe me when I tell you, America likes to impose that if you're different, you're bad. So how can next time you go to America, I can help you from being attacked verbally and racially? I can't. It's going to happen. But what you do is you just keep on going. Keep on going about your life, period. Don't pay any attention to those people. Don't let those people ruin your vacation. That's the best that you can do. It's unfortunate, but some people are like that, especially in America. Because like I said, the country was built on the backs of African Americans. We know that to be true. Okay? And, bought with the notion that if you're different, you're evil. And that's a shame. So there's no way around that. They like shouting when we're at the train. They shout that at you when you're on the train? Wow. I've never seen that I don't ride the train too often. When I was living in New York, I drove a lot of places. So I don't know. But I haven't seen too much happen on the train. When I was on the train, it was pretty easy going. I never seen any fights. I've never seen anything like that. Come here. My dog wants to join in. Where is she? There she is. She wants to join in on the fun. What are you doing? All right, continue with the show. Let's see. She asked how I prevent getting catcalls because she understands some catcall words. Okay. This is something that's new to me. I saw a video where a girl put a camera on, a hidden camera, and she walked through the streets of New York and was getting hit on. She was getting catcalled. She was getting all kinds of things. And I never knew how much women get treated like that when they walk through the streets, but they do. And I was really shocked to see that video. I really was. And it's a shame. And you know what? I don't know. I don't know how to do that, how to prevent against that. You know, I would say that you know, don't wear anything short, you know, but that's not gonna help. You're still gonna get hit on, excuse me. So I don't know. Let's see. Tully says, I unfortunately people begin arrogance isn't plague. I can't read it now. It's white on white, and it's hard to read. Oh, so cute. What's her name? Her name is Oso, which means bear in Spanish, guys. Um, Tully, I like your Batman costume. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty funny. That's the Batman dude, right? The guy that's on YouTube. I think that's the guy that's on YouTube that does all the Batman things. Uh, let's see. So what else? What other questions does she have? Am I answering her questions right? If she needs me to reiterate some of the answers, let me know. If she still has questions on some of those, let me know. But yeah. Um, so that's Pico, Tully. Um, Cleopatra's World. Thank you for joining the show. Where are you from, Cleopatra's World? I just saw that someone else joined the world. I like your crown. So let's put on back some music here. Uh, so what else does she have? My phone, or I should say my iPad's about to die, guys. I don't know if I can go through 50 minutes of another show. Mama Joelle 86, thank you for joining the show. Let's see, DC. Oh, Washington, DC. Hey, Cleopatra's World. There's a group called Phthalo Blue. If you ever, look them up, check them out. Tell them that Richard from the Bully Exposed sent you their way. Unless you know who they are, then they're a very famous group in DC. Yeah, go check them out. Tell them we sent you. Phthalo Blue was nice enough to give us the rights to their song for a film that we did a couple of years back. Terrence, I believe is the guy's name, Terrence. Great people, because he didn't know us. We only met through the internet, but yet they donated a song to thebullyexposed.com for a film that we did. And every time I meet someone from DC, I always tell them to go check out Phthalo Blue. You can go to, I believe it's phthaloblue.com. Let's see. Let me check that. Phthalo Blue. I think I spelled it wrong. I spelled it wrong. But give me a second. I got one hand here because I have to hold this up because my phone's dying because I have to keep it plugged in. Phthalo Blue. Can you spell it? Yes. I want to make sure I have the spelling right. Okay, here it is. Okay, so the website, let me make sure I got the spelling right. Yes, so it is. Okay, so I'm going to put it up on the screen. I'm going to put it up on the screen for you, Cleopatra. All right. Did I spell it right? Yes, I spell it right. Thank you for smashing that heart. Everyone, please smash that heart one time. And smash that heart for our new friend Cleopatra's World. So it's Phthalo Blue. Yep. There's their page, their home page, Phthalo Blue. It's a infusion rap with rock. So I don't know if you like rock or rap, but it's an infusion of the two types of music, and I think it's great. I think it's great. So I want to give a shout out to Tylo Blue. Let me give them props on their Instagram. See if they have an Instagram. Let's see. Give me a second here, guys. Will everyone smash that heart? Keep smashing that heart. Yes, Tylo Blue at, let's see, at Tylo Blue. There's their Instagram if you want to know anything about them. But yeah, Terrence, I'm sure that's the name of the guy. He gave us permission. I shouldn't say rights. That's not the proper word. Well, I guess it is. He's given us the rights, but he gave us permission to use one of his songs in one of our films, and so we really really appreciate that. Let's see what else I missed. Thank you, Cleopatra's World, for bringing that up. Yes, I mean not for bringing that up, for letting us know you're from DC, so I can bring that up. This is the second show, guys. Let's see. So, let's see. Pico saying, is that the Australian way to say how are you? What did I miss? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? I don't know. I have bad English. You are not. Don't try that. You speak English very well, and you speak other languages as well. So don't put yourself down, Yamada. You're very intelligent. You should check out the Best Friends Foundation here in DC too. Best Friends Foundation. Okay. Let me leave myself a little note to check that out. Is it called Best Friends Foundation or the Best Friends Foundation? I'm going to put Best Friends Foundation. All right. I will check that out. Best Friends Foundation in DC. I will check that out. Thank you for letting me know, Cleopatra. Okay, bestfriendsfoundation.com. Okay, I will check that out. I left myself a little note. Yamada says, yeah, sir, he asked me, what is your personal news? So I have a hard time understanding him. Oh, I see what you mean. Thank you for smashing that heart, everyone. Once again, smash that heart. Show me some love. This is the third show today I've done. Show me some love. I'm going to hit the bed real hard because the way Australian, British, and Canadians, Americans speak one language but different ways. Yes, that's actually true. And in the North, they speak very different than they do in the South in America. Sometimes coming from the North, I don't understand them. But yes, you're very right. So we got a new friend, Cleopatra's World from DC. It's super early there, right? It's about 7 o'clock, right, Cleopatra? Should be about 7 o'clock right now. 7 a.m. 0700. For those of you that understand world time. America is the only country that doesn't do world time. America's the only country where people don't speak more than one language. That's for sure. And Cleopatra says, yes, it's 7 in the morning. She must be having a hard time getting up because she put a very sad face. I'm doing good. Mr. Tully says Yamada, how about you, Mr. Tully? Where are you located? Right now, let me say this, thebullyexposed.com, which is a nonprofit that this show is all about, Cleopatra, is based in Las Vegas, Nevada. But I am currently in Guam, which, for those of you that don't know what Guam is, it's a Commonwealth of the United States, like Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands and the Mariana Islands. They're all part of commonwealths of the United States. So that's where I'm at. But soon, give or take a month, I will be moving to Italy and bringing the show to Italy. So that's going to be fun. Yes, I'm not a morning person, says Cleopatra. Guam, yes, Guam, or Guahan, as it's properly pronounced. But just like America, America takes things and just reroutes it and turns things into in ways that they understand it. But it's from my understanding, it's pronounced Guahan, and that's okay because we have two people from Japan watching the show. Did you know that Japan once occupied Germany? Germany once occupied Guam. Yes, and they changed the name when they occupied it. So it's not only America. I shouldn't pick on America. It's not only America that changes things. Let's see. This is a hard name to pronounce. Sahachi? Sahaiti. Thank you for joining the show. She probably already left by the time I butchered her name up. Let's see. In Japan, all people can read Chinese because Chinese and Japanese share the same characters. I did not know that. Wow. Then where are you from, Sahid? Ha? Oh, I'm just can't pronounce. I can't talk anymore. My niece speaks Chinese. I struggle with learning Spanish despite taking classes since elementary school. Wow. India. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome to the show. Anybody here a victim of bullying? Want to talk about bullying? We're talking about whatever we want to talk about. Right now, we have Reikon Chan, a girl from Japan, and her boyfriend Yamada, and she's been asking questions about New York and stuff like that. Zahififa Ranasi. Wow, that's new. Is how you pronounce it. Thank you, Pico. See, you're always my guy that keeps me on the straight and narrow, and I like that. Thank you. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of people from India following us recently, so that's real cool. So does your girlfriend have any more questions about America? Because now you have Cleopatra, and Cleopatra might be able to give you a female perspective of America. What time is it now where you're at, says Cleopatra? I'm sorry. Let me do it in world time first. It is 21:32 or 9:32 p.m. Let's see. Maybe she can answer this one. Cleopatra, what do you do? She asked me a question that I wasn't able to answer. What do you do to keep from getting catcalls when you walk through the streets of America? Do you get that a lot? I know in New York, coming from New York, is where I'm originally from. For those of you that don't know, I'm originally from New York. Probably can tell in my accent. Yeah, you're right. I live on an Air Force base, Cleopatra, and they call it in America. They call it military time, but the actual proper way is world time. World time is the way to properly pronounce it. And so hopefully Cleopatra could put a female spin on this. How do you keep from getting catcalls when you walk through the streets? What do you do? How do you handle that? Yes, I live on an Air Force base, guys. I can't tell you what Air Force base, but if you're smart, you can figure it out because I've given you a lot of information. Pico is a police academy trainee, and it depends on the person. I know people who snap back, and I just keep it moving. That's right. That was one of the advices that I gave you guys, Yamala, that to just keep it moving. Just Shut up and just keep on moving. You definitely have a New York accent, Richard. Thank you. Because when I go to New York, my friends make fun of me and tell me that I don't sound like a New Yorker anymore. I'm sure that's just them just trying to, you know, mess around with me. My sister used to be police officer. Oh, awesome. In D.C. or somewhere, where, Cleopatra? I don't know if I can stay here another 2 hours. I mean, stay here for a total of 2 hours. As long as the charge stays on, I'll stay on. I missed Mr. Tully's voice. Oh yeah, in DC. Okay, it was in DC. Nothing can stop us. Thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? My uncle was a police officer in India. Oh, cool. A lot of people are police officers. I have 2 cousins that are police officers in New York City. While we're on the subject of police officers, Dolly says, I love Hindutan. Is that the religion? So what else? Ask another question about America. Rico, ask another question. Rico Chan, ask another question about America, so you can get a female point of view on the subject while Cleopatra is still on. Hindustan. Okay. In Hindu language. Oh, okay. Thank you. See, you know so much about different languages, dude. That's your thing. Hindu and Hindustan both are different things. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Let's go back to playing some music. So have your girlfriend, Yamada, have your girlfriend ask another question, because she'll get a female point of view, and I think that's important for her, being that she's a female. She's going to want the female view. I think it's good to get both perspectives. That's always my opinion. Guys' perspective on something, and then a girl's perspective. I always think that's the best way to go. And then get a young perspective and an old perspective. That's also a good way to go as well. It's very difficult times to be a police officer, says Tully. Now, with everything that has been going on, yeah, unfortunately, because of a bunch of bad cops, good cops are getting the blunt of it. But if the good cops didn't stay by and just didn't say anything, they wouldn't be in the situation that they're in. So that's why it's important, even if you're going to lose your job, to speak up. And I'm not telling you, guys know that, I'm not telling you that just to hear myself talk. I've done it, okay? I've given up good jobs, real good jobs, careers, forget jobs, careers. I've given up careers to do what's right. And I'm going to always do that. I'm going to always do what's right and not what's easy. And if those cops did what was right and not what was easy, the cops, wouldn't be in the situation that they're in right now. Cleopatra says, "Yep, what he said exactly." Thank you, Cleopatra, about good cops. Yep, Unfortunately, I mean, it's really bad, because I've talked to cops, okay, who have seen negative things. They speak up, and then boom, they're out of a job. I mean, it doesn't happen that quick, but they start bullying them. People in the force start bullying them. I had one cop tell me that he was a cop in New York, and somebody killed a rat. I don't know how you kill a rat in New York. Them things are so big, and put it in his locker, because that signifying to him that he's a rat, that he's a stoolie, for speaking up, and he's not. And Cleopatra says it's an unfortunate reality. Yep, it truly is. Excuse me, guys. It truly is. It's an unfortunate reality. But we have to do it. Even if we lose our careers, we have to do it. In Japan, when the black people racism protested things, I forgot the convo name. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time understanding that. Can you rewrite that, Tully? During the protest, they attacked random police for no reason. The foreign immigrants attacked random people for no reasons. Okay, and I'm one of the victims. Yeah, that's unfortunate too. Yeah, that's very unfortunate too. That when people attack people, I always said that usually when someone, like in this case, when someone attacks a police officer because of something that some other bad police officer did, they're always attacking someone that would have never done the things that that person did. And that's a shame. And that's always how it is. I think you have seen my wounds. Yes, I have seen your physical wounds. Yes, you showed me that. Yeah, and that's a shame because they're attacking police officers that would have never, pulled over someone because of their color of their skin, or would have never, done the things that we have seen, and that's a shame. And that truly is a shame. It's a vicious cycle, says Cleopatra. It is. It is a horrible cycle. But, like I always said, we have to build in this world, not just in the United States, not just in Japan, not just in Australia. In this world, we have to build a way for good people to come forward and not be held, and not have to deal with retaliation. And we can do that, but we choose not to. That's my opinion. We choose not to. We choose not to create that safe haven. And most of the protesters of the anti-black racism protest things are mostly American. They were American even in Japan. Wow, that really shocks me that there's Americans going or living. I know there's a lot of, not a lot, but I know that there's Americans living in Japan because I've met a lot of them when I was out there. But I never knew that they would protest for something that's happening in America. Well, I guess it does make sense. Now that I said it out loud, it does kind of make sense. You have no way you can protest, so you protest where you're at. Especially if these Americans are living there for jobs, for temporary jobs. If you're living in America for 2 years for a job that you have, you really work for a Japanese company in America, but they sent you out to Japan to do some work, then yeah, you're going to protest that. That does make sense now that I say it out loud. I have to deal with tall foreigners while I am only 170 centimeters short. And I think that last time you said that, we looked it up and it was 5'7" or 5'6". So I don't think you're very short because I'm 5'7" myself. So if you're short, I'm short. So I don't think you're very short. You might be shorter than most Americans, which might be true, but I don't think you're short. Americans like to go to Japan and Korea. I haven't been to Korea. It's one place that I'm very sad that I'm going to miss, mostly. Yeah, a lot of them like to go to Singapore as well, but they know not to mess around in Singapore because Singapore will jack you up, period. I loved it when I was in Singapore. I felt very safe. I've been watching Unsolved Mysteries, says Tully, and they had one case, Alfonso Banks. Who's Alfonso Banks? Fill us in. I've attacked in Korea for being Japanese. Oh, wow. That's a shame. That is a shame. I have a friend from Japan. He was born and raised on Guahan. He was born and raised here on Guahan. And he told me that every time he goes to Japan, he's very rudely treated because he doesn't speak Japanese very well. And they won't bother talking to him when they hear how he speaks. And that's a shame. That's really a shame, because whether you're born in America or whether you're born in Japan, you're still Japanese. You know, if you're of that descent. You know, that happens a lot in Puerto Rico. You know, a lot of people will not accept me because I was not born in Puerto Rico, because I was born in New York. And, you know, I just say the hell with you, man. You know, that's the way I look at it. Cleopatra says, I've only been to parts of China. Oh, that's awesome. That's one place I definitely want to go. Most of them hate Japanese people because of World War II history and the Koreans' sex slave history. Oh, I did not know that. I've only been to parts of China. I read that already, didn't I? I'm sorry. Yes, what parts, Cleopatra? Let's see, not being vulgar, but if you ask a Korean person who hates Japanese so much, they'll answer what I said. Oh, okay. And Cleopatra says, I would love to visit Japan. Japan is beautiful. I loved Japan the 2 times I was there. I've been to Szechuan, Gan. I'm not even going to try to pronounce these, man. It's too late for me. That's cool. Basically, he's been to a lot of places in Japan, you know. So, wait, is that Japan or is that Korea? Oh. Let's see. I'm a quarter Chinese, yes. Tully's awfully quiet. Tully, what's up? What's going on in Australia, Tully? So your girlfriend has no more questions. Yamada, she has no more questions because, like I said, she should ask. Well, there's another female here that will help her answer. And it seems like Cleopatra does not take any mess, and she'll tell you exactly how it is. I don't know her very well, met her for the first time, but that's what I'm getting to by the way she's writing. So that's cool. Oh, she's got to go. Got to get ready for work. You have a safe day in DC, Cleopatra. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for answering the questions. Smash that heart, everyone, one time for Cleopatra. Be safe. Wear a mask, Cleopatra. Please wear your mask when you're unable to not distance. And thank you for being on the show, and I hope you become a regular part of the show. Yes, everyone smash that heart one time for Cleopatra. I hope you get to work safe, Tully says. Yamada says. Let's see. Fonzo Banks disappeared after he attended a party and was murdered, and nobody knew anything about it. He was African American. Very interesting. Okay. I will. Cleopatra sends us an emoji with wearing a mask. Good job. And she says, yup. That's very interesting. I'm going to look that one up. Alfonso Banks. I love stuff like that, unfortunately. I love unsolved mysteries, and but only when they're done, not for entertainment, when they're done in a non-fictional way. And that's what because you guys know, I love making non-fiction films. That's my thing. That's what I do. My girlfriend's asleep. Left me in bed by myself. It looks like, oh, she fell asleep. Oh my God. It's only, let's see. It's still early in Japan, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Tokyo. It's only 20:48. Oh, are you in Tokyo? I shouldn't assume you're in Tokyo. I can't remember what part of Japan you're from. Yeah. Yeah, so it's only 20:48, almost 21, and she's asleep. Does she have to work tomorrow? Or when she wakes up, you could tell her what she missed. Or she can, or you can watch it. She can watch it again in the recorded. The in the archives on IGTV. Remember that, guys. And when you do, be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to share, and be sure to follow us at Stop the Bullying _together. So we got 10 more minutes, guys, and the charger's hanging in there, so that's good. As long as it doesn't go too low, we can keep talking. I think she's too tired. I'm tired because of my first. What did you do? What was your first thing you did? So Tully, how's the family doing? But I still want to watch your show. Awesome, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. You guys are staying up late just to watch my show. But my knees are all getting all bent out of shape here. I gotta keep moving them around. But I still want to watch your show. Peace. Why would I hate you? Why would I hate you, Pico? No, Tully's still in. Yeah, Tully's still in. So, why would I hate you? It's my first XXX. That's why we feel tired. No offense. No, not offended at all. Any viewers want to talk about the World Trade Center? Okay, we can talk about the World Trade Center. I remember being a kid going to the World Trade Center, riding up, I can remember that. Riding up to the top. It's a shame that it has to go. When was it? Was it about 5 years ago? 5 years ago, I went to Ground Zero and stood in a hotel right outside Ground Zero, where the view was the fountains. That was really fun. We were doing some interviewing about bullying and stuff like that. No, you're okay. You're okay. Don't worry about it. As long as we watch the words that we use, just in case there's a little kid watching the show, it really doesn't bother me. The subjects. If we do talk about sex, though, then I would put a disclaimer out there. But to mention one little thing, I don't think that's bad, especially when Instagram just sent me some information, or sent to us, I should say, some information saying that most of the kids that watch our show are not young kids anymore. They're more adults. So that's very interesting. Because we were just curious about I don't know what that emoji is. Act. Yeah, I don't know what that emoji is. I can't make out that emoji. Sorry. But you could DM it to me. How about that? Just in case it's something really dirty, DM it to me. And then I'll read it later. Oh, man. It's almost 2,200 hours here, guys. But I'm cool. We got about 15 more minutes. So let's make this 15 minutes interesting. Tully brings up the World Trade Center. What memories do you have of the World Trade Center? And Pico, when you were in New York, did you get to go to, was the World Trade Center still there? Design Gift Club, thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? Was the World Trade Center still there? or were there fountains there? Uh, just curious about how it feels to not because of dirtiness. I understand. No, no, no. I know you're not disgusting. I understand what you're saying. So let's see. 9/11 is the World Trade Center accident, right? Yes. 9/11 is the World Trade Center. Tully says no problem. So we're not offended, Tully. Pico. So don't worry. Yes, the 9/11 it was the World Trade Center accident, and it was no accident, that's for sure. Unfortunately, when I was at the World Trade Center, I was very young, so I don't have too many memories of it. Let's put it this way: there's a lot of people that feel that there were people that knew about it that could have prevented it. For instance, if you see the film Fahrenheit 9/11, in there, the great Michael Moore, who's a great nonfiction filmmaker, pretty much says that Bush knew and did nothing about it. So there are some people that believe that he knew. Oh, she's awake? Good. Tell her I said hello. Yeah, so it all depends. But when you were there, well, I'm assuming you were there after the towers were down. There's a lot of people that think in America that 9/11 was created to, how do I put this? It was created to make us go to war in Iraq. Because Bush, some people feel that Bush's family was losing control of the oil, and they wanted to continue getting the oil from that area. And in order to do it, the best way to do it was to have a reason to go to war. And that's why 9/11 was created. There are some people that feel that. It was planned by Americans, what I mean by rigged. Yeah. And they use that it was created by the Saudi Arabians so that we can go to war, so that Bush's family can continue having control of the oil. That's what some people believe. So it all depends on what you believe. One thing that I really find very uneasy is how calm Bush was when he found out about the bombs. He was reading a book in an elementary school, and they came over and told him, and it's all on tape, or not tape, but all on film. And he whispers in his ears, and he just kept on nonchalant, kept on talking. If I was president and I found that out, I would have been handling it the way he handled it. And that's why I believe that there are a lot of people that feel he either knew about it or, did it himself. Not did it himself, of course, but did what he did. And that's why he was making sure, a lot of people feel that's why he was making sure to be reading a book and be out in public and being filmed at the time that it occurred, so that he have deniability. That's what some people feel. I'm not saying I feel that. I'm not saying the Bully Exposed feels that. I'm just saying that's what some people feel. I'm just kind of putting out there what people have said. But Pico, if you, excuse me, not Pico, I'm sorry I'm getting you guys' names mixed up. Tully, if you like, or even Pico, yeah, even Pico, if you want to know more information, check out Fahrenheit 9/11 by Michael Moore. Ghosty Beats, thank you for joining the show. Is that you, Blue? No, I don't think it is. I think it's someone else. Where you from, Ghosty Beats? Ghosty Beats. Yeah, check out the film Fahrenheit 9/11 by Michael Moore. And it might shed some light as to what Pico was saying about rigged and stuff like that. I thought doing blank feels like in the videos, but in what I experience, it's actually emotionally unlike in videos, which talk dirty every time. In reality, it's actually emotions to have. That's very good that you have emotions. That's very good that a guy says that. Richmond, Virginia gang. Okay, that's where Blue is from too. So we got the Richmond, Virginia gang in the house, y'all. Yes, those videos are fake. Yes, Yamada, very fake. Very, very, very fake. That's funny. That's very funny. But it's very good that you, as a male, feel that doing that involves a lot of emotions. Because unfortunately, most guys are trained to just be tough and, not show that emotion. Guys can't cry and all that kind of stuff. So it's very good that I think it's very nice that you say that it requires a lot of emotion. That's very good. In videos, couples usually seen talking all the time, but when we do it, it's actually emotional. Yes, yes, and that is cool. I think that's really, really cool. Again, that you are noticing that emotions are on the top of the list when it comes to doing that, and that's what it should be. It should be emotions. Yo, dog, what happened? What's happening, bro? Nothing much. Yo, I got a piece. Okay, stay safe, bro. Peace out, love, peace, and hair grease, yo. So, thanks for stopping by. Smash that heart, Ghostly Beats, before you go. Always smash that heart, guys, before you go. So we got about 7 more minutes. So what are we going to talk about? Emotions? 9/11? What are we going to talk about? Well, sorry, Mr. Tully. I'll go back to the topic. No, it's all right. I guess Tully must have walked away. So Tully, if you walked away, let me tell you again that you should check out the film if you want to know more about what what Pico was talking about. Check out the film Fahrenheit 9/11 by Michael Moore. I think you'll find it very interesting. So I heard that 9/11 isn't terrorism done by Muslim extremists. I don't think it was. But there's still a lot of questions. Did the people who really hijacked the plane, were they really Muslim, or were they not? What's going on? What's the truth and what's not? But that's what we really have to find out and get into. And I think as years go on, we'll find out what the real truth was about 9/11. I heard that stereotypes of Muslims are all terrorists started use after 9/11 happened. Yeah, anytime anything happens, people always have to bring out their racism. Unfortunately, When Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, it was the same situation. People just getting their, you know, getting that racism out there because everybody has to do that in America, and I don't know why they have to do that. It's really a shame. It truly is a shame. But 1947, 1941, I should say, 1941, around this same time too. This same time in 1941, the Japanese occupied and took Guam away from the United States, and then in 1947 they got their liberation back, and they just around this time again, like I said, July. So they just got liberated 1947 in sometime in May. Let's see. Okay, Petra's back. Oh yeah, I wanted to bring up the privileged spaceman mentioned. I can't right now, but maybe another show. Yes, sure, you got it. We'll talk about that. Both, both those responses have been executed. Both those, I'm sorry, both those responsible have been executed. What, in 9/11, you mean? You mean in 9/11? The privileged spaceman. I wonder who she's referring to. The privileged spaceman. That's funny. I'm interested. Next time she comes on, be interested to ask her who she's talking about when she means the privileged spaceman. So let's see. We got four more minutes, guys. So let's what else are we going to talk about? Oh, we can continue talking about 9/11. We'll be interested to ask Cleopatra if she was living in D.C. during 9/11, because the Pentagon, there's another thing with the Pentagon that shows that it wasn't hit by a plane. Some people feel it was hit by not a torpedo, a missile. So there's a lot of mystery surrounding that. But one thing that's undeniable, you can say, no, this happened, yes, that happened. One thing that's undeniable is the look on Bush's face when he found out. And just the fact that it was like just another day in the office when he found that out. Me, I would have got up and said, kids, thank you for inviting me here to read for you, but unfortunately I have to go. And I would have left. As simple as that. I don't know why he stood around and continued to read. The privilege that spaceman mentioned before I left the first time. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. But guys, it's the end of the show, and I'm very tired, so I can't come back and do another show. But I thank all of you guys for coming on. Give yourself a smash of that heart, and let's do this again very soon. Like you guys know, I do live feed with your host Richard Santiago every day. Okay, so I might do a show in the morning, I might do a show at night, but I do a show today. I just happened to do 2, and I'm glad I did. No, I did 3 actually, but I'm glad I did. But I want to remind you guys that live feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a non-profit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. And also get your Be Kind t-shirt at thebullyexposed.com. I want to remind you guys that anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Let's be kind.